Dr. Mundo, I think Dr. Mundo's broken. Once he gets to Warmogs, he's like unkillable. It is time for the top lane tier list. Now, as a gold top laner myself, this is going to be full of great opinions. Some aren't really top laners, but we'll just leave those out. First off, we have Aatrox. I mean, it's a solid B. Like, sure, you can get ahead and do well, but if you are even or like kind of behind, you're kind of useless. And in my gold games, they can't play him correctly. I don't play him. He's just a solid mid pack. You run into the odd one that's pretty good, that can run over the game. And he's kind of more jungle and pro these days. So yeah, I think he's a solid mid pack. He's okay to play if you want to play him. Akali, good into certain matchups, but like it's not. You can't blind pick it top lane. C, because I don't think it's useless. I mean, definitely pickable in certain angles, but more just you want to be counter picking with it. You don't want to be blind picking. Meal. She's with Aatrox, maybe. Yeah, with Aatrox. It's alright. Sometimes it can run into issues once it's behind if you don't play off your one item power spike. That's where you really shine. And if you're behind before you get to that, the game is just really hard to play as Camille. And I used to play her a lot when I first started, when I was like really bad. But yeah, she's alright. She kind of depends on staying even until her item power spike. But if she's behind at that point, it's really hard to get into the game. Cho'Gath. I don't play Cho'Gath. I just don't find it fun. But where do I put Cho'Gath? I think it's there. I think it's in front of the other two. It's not. Could be A. Could be A, but I'm going to keep it B for now. He don't have much opinions. He can be a bit annoying to play against, but not. Once you're able to dodge his Qs, you're kind of chilling. Darius A, just really annoying to play against. Can cheese you level 1 in your bush if you don't play for it correctly. And yeah, it's really hard. You can't really play against him 1v1 unless you play around his abilities really well. So he's a good punisher. He's good in like gold ranks, because people don't really play around his weaknesses. Yeah, he's a good all rounder. I'd have him A, especially in gold. Probably if you're going higher ranks, probably like down here. But in A or in gold, put him in A. Dr. Mundo, I think Dr. Mundo's broken. Once he gets to Warmogs, he's like unkillable. He'll fight you for a little bit, back up, heal up to full. Boom. And we can thank Alois for that. He made that whole thing possible. Fiora in C. You don't see her too often, and when you do, she's really good in lane. And she can beat you most times in lane if they're good. But then once you get to team fights, when you get to mid game, late game, it's really hard to find value on her. You have to like really be skilled on it. So yeah, that's why I have her in C. She can win the game herself if she's really good through lane. But if you keep even with her, even if she's only a tiny bit ahead, I think it's hard to find value on her if you're not split pushing the whole time. So yeah, I think C's fair enough for her. Gangplank, I think here as well. In gold, you need to be really good in Gangplank to make it worth. And in gold, I don't see a lot of them. But even then, if it's a really good Gangplank player, yeah, it's really tough to play against. But even like a above average player, it's still not better than some options. You could find more value being a Dr. Mundo. Maybe even a Darius at gold. Garen, my boy. Hey, with Darius. You're probably one of the two top laners you start off playing, either Darius or Garen. I was a Garen guy. I mean, he's just really handy to play for a new player. He's very easy to execute. you don't have to think too much. Like, it's the best way to learn top lane, in my opinion, is Garen. So I like him, especially in gold. People don't really play around his weaknesses. Um, but yeah, I think A is a solid, just basic position. Garen. Gnar B. People don't play Gnar well in gold. Their spacing just isn't good enough. People, you can get onto them pretty easily. You can bait out their, I don't know the name of the ability, but he's bounce. You can bait that out pretty easily. Gragas. A. For me, it would be A. I just find him really annoying to play against. He's really hard to engage on. He can kind of just nullify the whole lane if they play it well. They don't waste their abilities. No, I'll put him B. I'll put him like high B. He can just be really, he's just a very good nullifier. And he can get strong himself later into the game if played correctly. Gwen, Holiday, probably up here. Nah, I'll just put her in A. Very good. Very good into Mundo. If you want to play someone into Mundo, it would be Gwen. Good at killing tanks with high health. Her ult, just very strong. Very, very strong. Good scaler. Not great early, but like nothing to scoff at, to be honest. So yeah, I think she's an overall solid top laner. Heimerdinger, don't see him enough. You see him a few times. He can't. Don't get me wrong. He is annoying as fuck to play against, but kind of same as Fiora, but even more. He just kind of does nothing later into the game. He's annoying to lane against, but if you just survive in lane, you're usually just chilling. Illaoi, probably in B. I feel like a lot of these top laners are going to go into B, but Illaoi's alright. Good in a 1v1. You don't really want to fight her in a 1v1, especially if it hits E on you. But again, in team fights, it's hard to pilot. It's really hard to actually get value unless everyone jumps on you, which does happen in gold. Everyone will just jump on the Illaoi. But to be fair, there's a chance she could go lower, but I'll leave her B for now. I think she finds more value than these four. Aurelia, D. Unless you're into a good matchup, I think. Or you're like Aurelia King playing it. Hard to pilot, hard to find value later on. Unless you're in a counter matchup, I wouldn't play Aurelia. Jax. Holiday. I mean, I think kind of comes and goes when people feel like it. I don't think he really changes too often in terms of patches. But when people play him, he's strong, and then for some reason people just stop playing him. And like it kind of comes in waves. But he's just there all the time. You can't really get rid of him. Jace wouldn't play it unless you're Korean. Or you just don't like having, I mean, very fun to play. But it's just so hard to get value in. Many times when I played Jace and they just slam an Ornn or a Malphite, or like any tank in general, it's just annoying to play against. It's just you're hitting a brick wall, doing nothing to it. But it is fun. I love playing Jace. He's really fun to play. But in gold solo queue, not fun. B doesn't really play top lane. Hale is actually kind of good. Especially in the new changes with level 20. Honestly, I might put her A. With level 20 changes, XP changes, kind of broken. So yeah, I'm going to put her there. Okay, I'm going to try to speed things up here. Kennen's B. Don't see him too much. Not that. He could be C, you know. No, I think his ult is actually just too impactful to be C. So I'll put him B. Led C. Good early. Good into skirmishing. Early skirmishes. And then again later on, good split pusher. But yeah, it is hard to get value out of him later on. Lucian, B, doesn't really play. Malphite. I like Malphite. It's kind of fun to play. When you're against like a Jace, for example, or Tryndamere. Really nice to play. Maokai, doesn't get too much played. The odd time you'd play him, doesn't do too much. Kind of a nothing pick. Mordekaiser. Kind of around a B. I remember when I first started playing, Mordekaiser was really annoying to play against. But once you learn, his cooldowns and his abilities are way too long early. So you kind of just bait out his ability and then play around that. His ult can be annoying. It kind of can just turn a fight, but I don't think he's as strong as people above him. Maybe you could put Malphite here, but I prefer Malphite. I just like Malphite. Nasus. He's just in here with these guys. Probably lower. Just too weak early. Like, you can zone him off so much stuff early. Just sit in front of him. He can't do much unless there is a certain rune set you can go, which is actually quite annoying early. Or I actually hate AP Nasus early. It does nothing. It's useless later on, but it's so annoying to lane against. Olaf, don't see him enough. It's just if you don't hit your axes, kind of effect. So I think he's probably here. Nah, he's above Heimer. Yeah, Heimer's back. Yeah, it's hard to get value. Good 1v1. If you're ahead, sure. If you're ahead in all these champions, they're going to be strong. But it's just, I don't know. I don't see him too often, really, in gold. But yeah, hard to get value on. He dodges axes, he kind of can't do anything. Ornn. If you're good Ornn, you're always going to get value. Your items are very strong. You can just be a tank, your ult is very strong. Your upgrades are really strong. Strong overall. Pantheon. I like Pantheon. Honestly. More of a jungler, so it's hard to play him top lane. This is more of a jungler, I put him just I go B, but I actually do like Pantheon. There is the issue, he gets outscaled really hard. Very strong, level 1 to 6. Past that, it's you are starting to get outscaled, so it's tough. It is tough after that. Poppy, certain matchups she's good. Other than that, not really. Into certain matchups she's really good. But I guess you can just be a tank, you can just farm up, be a tank. But you want to play it in certain matchups, such as like K'Sante. I guess even Akali would be good. Play into Akali. But yeah, Quinn, don't play her, don't think she's that good. After, just survive early, get a few items, beat her. Nectin, I love her Nectin. My go-to blind. Just, it's kind of good into most stuff. You don't feel out of it at all. He's strong early, has a strong mid to early late game. Once it gets very late, you can kind of feel kind of useless on Renekton, but yeah, I think he's just good overall. Kind of like Jax in a way, but more. I think you see him more than Jax. Rengar, never see him. Riven, if it's a good Riven, she's like up here. She's like actually busted, but probably like mid B. As an average person playing Riven, can be annoying, but you need to have good skill expression to get the most out of her kit, my opinion. Rumble. Obviously, it's a good pick. I'd actually be inclined to put it A. I'm gonna put him A because he is really good. You don't often run into him, but you have the odd games in like Gold to Plat where you run into a Rumble player who's pretty decent at playing him, and it can be very annoying. So I think that alone you put him A. Rise, don't see him that much. More of a middle. Set, IB. I actually like playing Set. He's really strong early, and overall, he's just pretty strong. If you get a good ult, you get really good value out of his ult. if played correctly. It's hard to get that value, which is probably why he's in B. It's much easier to get value out of all the others in A and S. But you do have those options there for you. And he's really strong early. Shen. I think Shen is low-key busted. He is very strong early, in my opinion. He can hurt you really hard early. And then you can either go down like a bruiser or like a tank. Wouldn't be bruiser. Maybe it would be bruiser. But you can go down like two different paths, and I think Shen is just really strong. I think you do have to be kind of selfish if you want to be strong yourself. Like, don't waste your ults sometimes. Because if you do waste your ult and there's a big wave stacked against you, you kind of just get out of the game. You can't get back into it. So yeah, I think Shen is actually really strong. Singed, don't even want to talk about it. Yeah. Sion, really good. It's a really good classic tank. Kind of hurt if you're not careful. If you just keep getting hit by his Qs, and if you keep running into his shield, really strong. Just good classic tank. Does his job. Swain. Honestly, like up here, Swain is actually really annoying to play against. The ult is just really strong in general. And he's quite tanky. He's pretty good. You just don't see him top lane at all. You don't see it at all. Sylas, kind of the same. You don't see him that much. But if you play him to certain counters, like Malphite, it's super strong. Like, one of the best matchups for Sylas, of course. Tahm Kench. I think Tahm Kench is quite useless. He's just kind of just is like a big blob that can save an 80 carry. So I think he does get more value, these people, just because he can save a high priority target. But yeah, it doesn't pose much threat to anyone. Unless you keep just getting hit and getting stacks. But then of course he's gonna hurt you. But if you play around it, it's pretty. Teemo. I mean, Teemo's just annoying. Really annoying. The blind is probably one of the most aggravating abilities for any top laner. I'll put him up here in there. He's just annoying. His shrooms are annoying. He's just annoying. Brundle, good split pusher, good 1v1. If he falls behind, he's piss useless though. Like actual piss. So put him in B. He's kind of just whatever, you know. Don't go if you die to him solo like once or twice, then he's just gonna run over you. But if you could just keep him thereabouts, you're chilling. You don't have to worry about it at all. Tryndamere, pretty much the same. They're yin and yang for me. Well, no, not yin and yang. They're the same, pretty much. I guess Trundle might be a bit more about him with his pillar, but then Tryndamere's ult is pretty strong as well for tower dives. So yeah, kind of the same. Urgot. I think Urgot's quite strong. To be honest, I haven't played against an Urgot in a while, so I actually don't know what he's like currently. Definitely not A. He's somewhere here in B. I'm just gonna put him in B. I don't think he's C. Bane. Don't even want to talk about it. Vladimir. Don't see him often. Yeah, you don't really see him often. In gold, this guy is a war criminal. Well, actually, no. Not against me. I play him quite often and he's really fun. He does a good job. Wouldn't put him A. Wukong, don't see him often. Yasuo, not good. Worst version of Yone, and even Yone isn't good. Yone is good in lane, but getting value on him outside of outside of lane is really hard. You have to stack your Qs really well, and then you have to find impact with the Qs, and it's hard. If you don't have your Q stacked, you're kind of just walking into a fight naked. It feels like can't do much. You have to try hit a dry ult, which is not easy. But yeah, or Yorick, a good split pusher. Probably here. I mean, don't pay too much attention to the order. Um, yeah, he's all right. He he's annoying 1v1, especially with his maiden. It's really hard. You kind of have to bait out his maiden and kill it. Without his maiden, he's quite useless. But just a threat in gold, these guys don't leave their lane. They will split push till kingdom come, and they will make you feel it. You know, you get an objective, but he's taking your inhibitor. So he's just a pain in the ass the whole game. Ziggs don't see him that much. K'Sante, I mean, he's probably here. Like, of course, in pro play, he's up here. But in gold, like gold plat, he's hard to pilot. Like, not an easy champ to play. But he's Mr. Do It All. If you're good in K'Sante, kind of chilling because you can do whatever the hell you want. Oh, you just tank. You can go all out and kill someone. You can kill the whole team. You can get a pentakill. I mean, he's just super strong. Um, yeah, probably. I'm just gonna put him there just because he's just a super strong champion. Hard to pilot in my ranks. Bessa, I'll put her A. She's just she just does her thing. She's strong. She's kind of like Jax, I think, in terms of power. They both have their moments, but they can feel useless at times if you don't get the right angles. So that was everyone, I guess. I'm missing out on some champions. Quite happy with it. I think C is a majority made up of champions that have high skill ceiling, and if you don't get ahead early, it's hard to make an impact due to their kit. A is like really easy enough to execute. You know, there's not much thinking going into it. S, window. Guy is just broken. I don't care what anyone says. He's annoying as fuck to play against. Then B is just kind of your average go tos. Kind of decent blind no matter what, bar a few. But they can always kind of get some value in a game, even if you're some bit behind. But yeah, that was the top lane tier list. I'm sure everyone has opinions. You know, maybe I put your main in D. Who knows? If I put your main in D, why are you playing a top lane? Yes, I'm talking about Vayne. Thank you all for watching.